to hold both parties accountable at the same level. And I'm pretty sure all these things that you consider bad, like the grooming and the age gap relationships, all of that would lessen if both parties are always being held to the same standards. Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome back if you've been here before. My name is Alexis, and on this channel I cover viral topics. I pretty much write down observations, keynotes, and lessons that I learned from viral topics, and I speak my truth on camera and share it with you all. So today I really wanted to talk about age gap relationships, specifically in between older women and younger men. I don't know about you all, but I am starting to notice an uprise in age gap relationships with older women and younger men. I'm pretty sure it was always a thing, but I'm actually starting to notice it being a little more common. I don't know if it's just because of social media, but social media has been around for years now, and this wasn't really that big a deal like 10 years ago. What really got me to want to make this video was when Draya Michele came out and announced her pregnancy by the 22-year-old basketball player Jalen Green, and she is a 39-year-old woman. So that is about a 17 to 18-year age gap. Her pregnancy really brought a reaction out of a lot of people. And as of now, the moment that I'm recording this video, Joey Chavez, I think that's her last name, she's also a video vixen. She's an Instagram model. She also came out and she announced her pregnancy by her boyfriend, who I think is a 24-year-old football player. She's 36. Joey Chavez is 36 or 37. Before I continue with this video, let me go ahead and say this. Everything that I'm gonna say in this video is regarding to consenting adult. I do not condone PEDO behavior. The reason why I feel the need to mention this is because there has been a lot of new cases of adult female, I would say, instructors or babysitters, just adult females in general, having asexual relationships with younger teenage males. Some even to the extent of getting pregnant by those teenage males or teenage boys. And I do not condone that behavior at all. So please note that everything that I'm going to say in this video, what I have in mind as I'm recording this video and as I'm posting this video, it has to do with two consenting adults with a huge age gap. I would say from 8 to 10 to 12-year difference, but it's two consenting adults. Age gaps that don't really need to be talked about are age gaps that are, for example, a 29-year-old woman and a 25-year-old man. It's not okay, she's older or whatever. Like, it's not even that much difference in between the two if you think about it. Like, yes, I'm pretty sure a lot of things can change in someone's life from 25 to 29, but it's not as much as things that can happen in the span of 10 years. So one of my first observations about this whole situation, especially the reaction that people have to a lot of women in the public eye that are coming out with either a pregnancy announcement or a relationship with a younger guy, is that I have a feeling that a lot of older men are a tad bit jealous of the younger guys. So pretty much it's been a lot of age gap relationships happening, older men to younger women, and men usually don't care. If it's an older woman who is richer and more famous, who's dating a younger man, most men also don't care. They only seem to care when the guy has resources and is richer, and the excuse that they want to use is that he's getting used, he's getting groomed. But if that's the case, if you as a man, as an older man, care so much about grooming, why is it the only time when you care? Because we've had people like Woody Allen, who ended up marrying his stepdaughter. Him and his wife literally adopted a Chinese girl, moved her to the US, and then when she became an adult, about 18, he ended up dating her. Age gap relationships among older men and younger women have always been here. And I don't hear any of these men who seem to be so concerned complain about grooming. It's like grooming has been happening since the beginning of time. I just don't know why a lot of older men specifically want to pretend as if they care so much about these younger men in the public eye who they think are getting used. And I think a lot of women are starting to get into that mindset of selfishly living your life without caring what anybody thinks. I think that's one thing that's leading to all these age gap relationships being so frequent. A lot of older women just don't care anymore, and they're going to find your happiness wherever they find it. Another observation that came about this whole thing, and I couldn't help but to say it, all of these red pill podcasts running your mouth about women expiring after a certain age, specifically after 30, clearly that's not true. And the fact that it seemed like it's mainly these rich athletes who are going towards the older women, athletes with money and options are going towards older women. It just makes it seem like a lot of these red pill podcasters are just kind of bitter that they don't have enough money to get some of the older women that these athletes can get. So I think it's mighty funny how a lot of the men who are saying such things are older, but it's the younger guys who are now showing interest in what they believe to be damaged good. It's very interesting. I'm not somebody who ever believed that women past 30 are damaged goods, but I am glad every single time people who say that are proven wrong. There is a potential for women to be very beautiful past your 30s, in your 40s, in your 50s. All you have to do is prioritize your health, your sleep, decrease your stress levels at a younger age. Like that's literally just it. That's literally don't let any one of these people stress you out. After 30, women are still fine, women are still hot, and there's just nothing some of y'all can do about it. Another thing that I've observed with age gap relationships where the woman is older and the man is younger is the power balance in those relationships compared to relationships where the man is older and the woman is younger. Usually, when the man is older, he wants to control the younger woman a little more. Matter of fact, one of the only reasons why he's dating the younger woman is because she's a little easier to control. She has less money, she has less independence, she's less aware of the dangers of dating men in general. So she's easier to mold into what he wants her to be. For example, when Jay-Z started dating Beyonce, just for Beyonce to come out a few years later.
It's nothing compared to what you've done. And not only me, but everybody here. You've taught me so many things. I was 20 years old when we first started dating. You taught me how to be a woman. You taught me how to live. You taught me how to be a friend. You've given me so much in life. And this is not enough. It's not enough I can give you. I just want you to be happy.
That's why a lot of older men date younger women, because I believe Jay-Z was 29 and Beyonce was like 18, 19 when they met or something like that. She might have even been younger, but they just waited until she became legally an adult to confirm and make it public. But when you look at older women and younger men, I feel like women in general are raised to cuddle men a little bit since we live in a patriarchy. Like we will hold other women accountable, but we will turn around and cuddle men. So women are raised to just have this motherly nature to them. A lot of older women already have this stuff together. And the younger men pretty much already come into a situation that's already been built for them. With older men, there's a sense of control that they need that younger men don't come into a relationship with. So younger men are a little more relaxed, a little more likely to respect a woman's maturity because they know she's older. Matter of fact, that's why they're there. Younger men, they would be a little more likely to communicate because they want to prove that they're a man. They want to prove that they can be a man for you as an older woman. So they try to prove themselves. So that kind of makes it good for an older woman, and that motherly nature makes it good for younger men to be in a relationship with an older woman as well. Compared to older men, younger men are less controlling. They want to prove that they're mature, they want to prove that they're a man, and they would do so based on what they believe that older women need. They would do that based on communication. They would do that based on if they have money, they would do that based on like financial provision and things like that. And then older women comes into play with, a deeper sense of motherly figure, like care. And that makes a lot of younger guys feel safe. And I feel like that just kind of attracts both groups together. Another observation that I've made with this whole uprise of older women dating younger men is that I'm noticing that like boys and young men are infantilized compared to younger women. Like if a younger woman is dating an older man, people just automatically assume that it's for money and she knows what she's doing. Especially with the whole Drea situation, it's almost as if she was messing with a 16-year-old, which she wasn't. Jalen Green is like 22, and she knew what she was doing, but he too knew what he was doing. It's very hard for me to point the finger at her and her alone. If the roles were flipped, I'm pretty sure people were gonna say, as a 22-year-old, she's trying to trap a grown man with a baby. So it's this huge double standard that is exhausting and tiring, where women are always being held accountable and men are being infantilized and being treated as babies. I don't think that's fair. If both parties are held accountable, that might actually lessen all the relationships, age gap relationships that you all consider inappropriate. I just feel like both parties always need to be held accountable on the same level, because the double standard is real. If women are always being held accountable and men are not, that's how we get to this point where women are tired and they're just going to do whatever they want. Because clearly some of you don't care. If the roles were reversed and 22-year-old Drea was with 39-year-old Jalen Green, people also look at her at 22 and ask her why she's trying to trap a man with a baby. So it's just unfair and it doesn't even make any sense. So hold both parties accountable at the same level. And I'm pretty sure all these things that you consider bad, like the grooming and the age gap relationships, all of that would lessen if both parties are always being held to the same standards. My next point about this is that younger men are infatuated by older women. They just consider you more mature. They just feel like you have more to offer. Even if they're the ones with the ability to financially provide, they still look at an older woman like she just has so much more to offer, like she has more experience, and they want to be with a woman who's more experienced.
Watch the video, dude talking about women are half off at the age of 30. No, they're not. I don't think some of you have really dealt with a grown woman who's out of that immature stage, one where you can walk into her own crib and it's set up right, because the ambiance in a grown woman's crib is amazing. For some reason, they always got a little furry dog running around the place, but we're not going to talk about that. But they're not going to play those immature games with you. They go make sure you good. You don't got to sit up there and try to be like, damn, you're not going to do nothing for me. No, she going to make sure you good as long as you make sure she good. Especially they take care of themselves. They in the gym. They do what they need to do to stay right because that's what they want to do. And it looks amazing on them. That's another plus. And please, but please don't get me started on their style. There is nothing better than that grown, sexy look. That I'm going to be fully covered, but it's still sexy on me, like that Savannah James style. Perfect. Perfect. Every time. I'll take that over the slutty look of the I'm 21, I'm about to go to a nightclub, and y'all are tripping. But please keep sleeping on these grown women. And this goes like 28 up, all that. I'm about to hit 30. Y'all keep sleeping on them.
It also takes a lot more work to get a older woman under your spell. So I feel like a lot of younger men actually want to be that person who can get the older woman to like let her guards down and relax and be a woman. That makes them feel good about themselves. Another thing that I wanted to mention when it comes to these age gap relationships is that As an older woman who's dating younger, you really have to be self-assured, because if you're older and your boyfriend is significantly younger, especially if he is rich and he has all these options, like he's an athlete, so he's physically attractive, there's always a chance that after he's, not to be mean, but after he's like done with you, he would probably want to go find a woman of his own age. For example, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Shakira story. Back in the day when Shakira and her ex-boyfriend Piqué got together, I was young, but I could see how dude was just excited. Like you could see his body language, like he was idolizing that woman at some point. Shakira was 33, he was 23 when they started dating. He was 23, she was 33. 10 years into your relationship, he decided to cheat. But he just didn't cheat with anybody. He cheated with a woman that was 10 years younger than him. When he got with Shakira, he was 23, she was 33. She's now 45. Well, they broke up like what, 2 years ago, something like that. She was 43, he was 33 when they broke up. And he left her for a girl that was 23. So ironically enough, he left her for a girl that was the same age that he was when he got with Shakira. And now he's the same age that Shakira was when they got together. To me, the way I looked at Shakira's relationship with Piqué, it's almost as if he was infatuated by Shakira. She was older. The fact that a woman like her would even give him a time of day was so impressive to him. So he just jumped on the opportunity. After 10 years and 2 sons, that infatuation faded off. And what did he decide to do? I think, in my opinion, he pretty much decided to get his youth back by dating somebody who's 10 years younger than him this time. It's almost as if he wanted someone like Shakira because she was big, but then after he had her, he got exhausted and he ended up resenting her. I don't know what happened and the ins and outs of your relationship, but yeah, it started off great. He started off worshiping the ground that she walked on, and by the end of the relationship, he pretty much replaced her with somebody who was 20 years younger than her and 10 years younger than him. So I don't know. The way I looked at it was like, dude was just trying to gain his youth back because maybe he felt like he lost it to Shakira. That's just, an observation. So when it comes to age gap relationships where the woman is older, there's always a risk. The last observation that I have when it comes to these age gap relationships is that I think they're coming together. And by they, I mean older women and younger men are coming together because they have reached their actual peak at the same time. And again, remember I said when I talk about age gap, it's mainly 8 to 10 years and above. According to WebMD, it says that men lose testosterone at about 1% every year as of the age of 34, 35. And testosterone obviously affects your libido and your sexual drive and things like that. So that is something that men have to deal with. Decrease in testosterone in your 30s while women reach their actual peak at that time. So obviously same age relationships are still more prevalent, like they're still more common. But one of the reasons why I think age gap relationships with older women and younger men are on the rise is, have somewhat to do with those reasons as well. Because a lot of older women might not be satisfied actually by the men of the same age or the men in your life that are older. However, younger men can fulfill those needs. I remember with the Real Housewife of Potomac, God, I forgot her name. Mia is her name. Mia or Nia, yeah. She married like the really, really older guy. And I think when she filed for divorce, he mentioned that he actually gave her a pass to have other actual partners because he knew that he couldn't satisfy her. So it's actually a real thing. It's not like people are just making it up to make men feel bad. Women reach your actual actual peak at an older age, and men kind of lose their testosterone levels, which affects everything around them pretty much. Older women and younger men are more compatible actually, actually, pretty much. I think they get along better, and that contributes to the rising numbers of age gap relationships where the women are older and the men are younger. With that being said, this concludes everything I had to say on this topic. If I have some more things to add, I'll just make a part 2 video. But this is what I have for now. I'll be more than glad to answer questions in the comment section. If you guys just leave a comment, again, please go ahead and support your girl, because why not? It's free. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Thank you again for watching. I'm always thrilled to have you all here. Thank you very much, and bye.